National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force. And if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. And gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. First and 10. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. It's Connor Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Jones in the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. Throwing, Jones. And throw right side complete to Parker. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now Jones. And it's intercepted.
And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones.
Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The Patriots had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Raiders 6, Patriots 0.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he gets this to Thornton.
Touchdown!
Tyquan Thornton.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Patriots are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch. Looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
And deep to return it is Marcus Jones.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run with Hunt on second down.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run again with Hunt.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's a 2nd and 7.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Open man, the tight end, Henry. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Here's Jones on first down. Smith catches left side.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Here's A.J. Coleman as he's on to punt for Vegas. Here's Jones on the return. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The man in motion left here, Johnson. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Colton Miller, former 1st-round pick, called for the penalty there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Complete to Devontae Adams. A gain of 9 brings up second down at the 42-yard line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And some room to roam now.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 158 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Raiders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. Hands it off out of the gun.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. on the handoff. This is Jacobs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Wow, 213 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep the offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 42. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee.